Hi, I'm the Lockpicking Cuber, and in this video I'm going to be having a look at a 3D printed sequential discovery puzzle called the Icebox. This comes from Core Mods on Etsy. I've reviewed a few of his other puzzles in the past as well, and I thought I'd give this one a try. Okay, here it is. So we can see why it's called the Icebox, just from this kind of icy colour, and I guess, you know, it's a box, huge. So let's have a look. So it kind of looks like a 4x4x4 Rubik's Cube, although you can sort of see that these aren't layers, but there are some moving pieces, and there's a little hole there. It says Icebox painted on there, I guess. The hole there, oh, that piece just moved. Alright, so let's see what it takes to solve this. Let's get the timer going and let's have a look. So this piece here, which has a little hole in it, slides in and out. I noticed that just because I was kind of accidentally moving it as I was holding it. There's another piece with a hole in it, but that one, it's not obvious how that moves. There's a gap here I can see, so I'm guessing this section moves, or some section of it moves. It's quite hard to tell exactly where the gaps are. Now I notice also there's a split down the middle of this piece. That's interesting. And another hole. So I guess these various holes are going to come to play. Oh, in fact, there's a split all the way down there. And then there's a split here as well. There's some rattling going on. Sounds like there's a ball rolling around. I think it's up in the top here somewhere. And wasn't there a piece that felt like it moved? Oh yeah, this piece here moves in and out. Oh, in fact, that comes off completely. Oh, I see. Right, so that is held in with a magnet, and then if I push it, I can sort of break the connection between this magnet and that one. Okay, so I guess that's the first step, presumably. What happens next, though? Don't know. Oh, look at this. This is a little slidey puzzle now. How neat is that? Which way? Oh, that way. Ooh. And that reveals a spike. What's that about? I don't know. These keep moving round and round. Okay, so maybe one of these edge pieces has to come off so that these can move out, perhaps? What about this? Okay, we've also got the corners. Some of the corners feel kind of loose. Oh, and there's this piece here which really wants to move, but there's obviously some. Oh, wait, there it goes. Oh, can you see that? Am I right? Yeah, I think there's a ball bearing down in there. Oh, it's not even a ball bearing, it's a bar of some kind. Oh wow, this is going to be fun to put back together. Is that another magnet? Yeah. That magnet was connected into something in there, I guess. And now this piece is completely stuck. Right, interesting. So if I put that back in, that's still stuck. Oh, yeah, that piece. Right. It was very interestingly designed. I like the fact that this rod that sticks up here slides into the mechanism of this tile so that it can move over it. These will slide pretty smoothly. The 3D printing here is great. Yeah, the accuracy, really good. Suddenly reminding myself of doing my April Fool's video. If you haven't watched that, you should go watch it. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's again held in place with a magnet, and then it just pulls out. But what difference does that make? Well, Okay, I think I'm realising that there's some ball that is in here that is affecting... Oh, it must have been in these little dips, is that right? Okay, it comes out that far, but no farther. And by the way, speaking of the 3D printing quality, isn't this just a lovely finish, this kind of icy blue? Okay, so what else? Can this one move? So I guess if they're just held in with magnets, you just have to give them a gentle pull. So this one is not, that one's being held in by something else. This one also not. Okay, I'm feeling a little stuck now, having made some early progress. Oh, there's the ball. You can see that, the ball bearing is now stuck between these two pieces. And where's it gone? Leave it in there. Yeah, that bolt's shut. Okay, yeah, so there we can just see it through the ice. And there it is in there. Okay, this does stick to a magnet. So if there's a magnet somewhere, I don't think this is a magnet, but I think it will pull on a magnet. This is curious because I can't remember. Oh yeah, this is how it started, right? This piece in here. Oh no, wait, no, it must have been like this. That's it. That piece there. And then having taken this out, not only does it reveal this, but it allows us to slide these tiles. But the question is, where are you meant to slide the tiles to? Else to see in there. What? How the same things keep moving, making me think something new is happening. Yeah, but I haven't made any progress in several minutes now. Okay, well, I'm just going to drop this in here. Oh, it goes quite a long way down. Comes out again. is the point of this? To pull it out? No, I guess not. Oh, silly me. I hadn't noticed this before, so when I slide this up there, that's what the point of that metal bar is, right? So this is coming in here and pushing something up, which is freeing this hole, which I just somehow didn't notice. And out of that comes another metal rod. Which... Okay, so maybe the goal is just releasing all these metal rods and then things will start to open up. Maybe that's how this works. Oh! I suddenly wondered if this metal rod was holding this square in place. Look at that. It's kind of coming out. Is that the idea here? It sort of feels like it's coming, but... maybe there's still another metal rod to get before, maybe it's this one, yeah. Okay, so that's my guess now, is that once we've got all the metal rods out, this is going to come off. I think that's probably going to be the way in. At least that's my guess. That'll be the sort of treasure compartment. Okay, right, and that makes sense, because then this was where the first rod was. This was the second rod. Okay, right, so there's 3 and 4. I see. Okay, so we need to get this rod and this rod. The sort of the split square rod and the icebox rod, right. I mean, this one's got to be something to do with dropping these in here, hasn't it? This hasn't served any other purpose so far. Oh, maybe once we've got 3 rods, then we can press down hard enough on this to do whatever it is. Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah, that's what's going to be. I think there's something in here which is sort of probably sprung somehow, and the rod probably is going in that way, holding this in place, and we've got to push the spring downwards to get this rod to come out. I think that's what this is going to be. The other option would be to sort of jolt it. Oh yeah, we knew about that. But what did this do as well? Yeah, she hasn't done anything with this, right? So this corner here. Okay, this one's going to be something here. That guy has served its purpose, I think, probably, which was getting this out so that we could get at the second rod. Now we have this. Oh, and this. Oh, is it gonna... Oh, right. Ah, they're all freeing each other. Ah, look at that. It's so simple. It's beautiful. Ah, it just should have been really obvious. So they all felt a little bit loose, but I couldn't get them out apart from this one. But of course this one was holding this one in place, which which is holding this one in place, which is holding this one in place, and then that frees this cover up, and then we're going to get, are we going to get it? The third rod, right. I think I know what to do to get the fourth rod as well. Where is it? Yeah, this one. I think I'm going to put all three of these in here and then see what happens. Yeah, look at that. Can you see that when I press down on this? There's something sprung in there, and that will, I think, release the fourth rod. Almost. It's coming. Hang on. Is that enough? And the fourth rod is still in. It's just not quite coming out yet. There's a bit too much friction in there holding it in place, I think. Okay. So let's push that back. Let's try it again. Maybe it takes a gentler push. Look at that, it's trying. I think it's a little stuck there, but maybe that'll be enough. Not for that. Maybe it'll be enough to get this out. I don't think it is though. Right, how am I going to pull you out? Magnets? No, they're not magnetic enough. I don't think this is either, no. Oh, there, nearly out. Come on. There it is. Ah, it's really tight. Ah, there we go. You just got a bit of 3D printing powder on it. Right, 4 rods. So my guess is that will now free this up. Am I right? This is the question. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at the treasure! Well, I'd like to tell you these are real diamonds. I don't know what they are, but they're very pretty. they're sort of, I don't know, they're surprisingly heavy. They don't just feel like plastic. I guess they must be plastic of some kind, or glass maybe. Okay, so there we go. Took me about 25 minutes. This is actually a really nice sequential discovery puzzle because it fooled me for a long time. A lot of the fooling was me just not thinking very clearly. I think if somebody approached this with a really clear puzzle solving mentality, I think they could solve it quite a bit more quickly. But regardless of the speed, each of the solutions is very satisfying. Oh yeah, so look at this. We've got these 4 holes in here, which are where the rods sit. You know, going across here like a pin in a pin tumbler lock, holding it in place so it goes sort of, you know, somewhat in there and somewhat in the surroundings, and that happens on all 4 sides. And of course the goal is to figure out how to get all 4 of these out. Yeah, really, really fun, satisfying puzzle. Now let me just make sure I can get them all back. Is there an order to this? I guess if there's an order, yeah, this is the one I have to do first because you need all 3 to free this guy up. So let's see if I can get that back in. Again, that's a little stiff. Yeah, so I do think that's a slight flaw just in this particular instance. I'm guessing, I don't imagine that's going to be a flaw every time, but it's a slight flaw here. So this one, I don't know how to lock it now. I have to close this one up. There we go. Okay, yeah, so that's closed. And that goes in there. And then this one goes in here. And this goes in there. And then where's this one? Oh, no. To actually lock this up, right? For that to go, but now I just can't quite remember how I got the first one out. Oh no. Where was it? So let's think. This one we know about. That one is the one with the sliding puzzle. This one we know about. This one we know about, but have I actually done it? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so that just leaves this one. Oh, that's right, yeah. How cool was this? So this is what I mean. In some ways, this is incredibly simple, right? Pull on 4 things and out it comes. And I am sure that, you know, somebody, either a better puzzler or just someone who got luckier, would just find that quite quickly. But A, it took me a long time, and B, it is just really clever and satisfying. I like that. This was Coremod's Icebox Discovery Puzzle. It's about £50, and you can get it on Etsy. I'll put a link below. I think it's a really nice puzzle. Quite accessible, I think. You know, most people would be able to solve that. I imagine quite a lot of people would solve it quicker than I did. And even if you were a beginner, absolute beginner, you're still going to discover, you know, this kind of thing just by fiddling with it. And once you've discovered that, you're going to discover this, and you know, it's all going to start falling into place. It's very, very nicely made. Really nice concepts. I like the fact that you can kind of realize, it took me a long time, but you can realize that you've got these kind of 4 bolts holding this square in place, and that's going to be the solution. I do worry a little about the tolerances with these 2 rods that are maybe a little too thick, a little too fat for the holes. I guess with 3D printing it's really hard to get those things exactly right, but other than that, yeah, I really liked it. It's a very fun puzzle. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed watching me solve this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.